Now we are looking at the Demon Source TV versus the Bucket Boys lineup. We have Kolab, Kakiri, Vitsu, and last but not least, we have Kolab, which they are a Swedish team. They've been playing quite religiously since launch. With me, of course, today is actually Admiral Nakamov, who's going to be casting with me today. So, Admiral.
Hello, how's it going? I'm super excited for the series. Ninja Penguins was a lot of fun to watch last week, and I'm not exactly familiar with this other team, so interested to see how they do.
Now we'll have to see how they do this week. They are against a well-seasoned veteran, and so we'll have to see how they perform and everything that goes on with that. I look forward to seeing them. They've been around for a long time, so they have a good amount of experience. They haven't played much on the ESL tournaments, so it's nice to see them back in the swing of things. We are going to see what looks like a Hank. Sorry, not Hank. Oh no, there's the Hank. We have a Hank, Kyra, Griffin, Markov versus the Kraken of Source. So, as we knew, Source is the Demon Kraken. We'll have to know what build. Like, do you think he's going to go the Spider-Man build and be climb speed, or what do you think he's going to do this week?
I don't know. I'd like to see the Spider-Man build. I don't think I've seen him do that in a competitive game.
I don't think I've seen him do it in a competitive game either, but it was actually really funny to watch him do it because you saw teams trying to hide on like the ledges and do a little bit of ledge abuse, and then he was just climbing up and down. And he just didn't care. He's like, "Get down and get off my land."
Maybe that's really the answer to the whole dome strat. Just hide on ledges where they can't get to you.
Well, it's hard to do that against a Kraken because he can fly, right? But I don't know. We'll have to see what they do to counter it. We are on Orbital Drill. For those of you that don't know, Orbital Drill is a pretty circular map with a little bit of a cutoff here, so it's not a full circle. Most monsters go up this way to the east and then go into this feeding ground zone here because you can get almost all of your meats right off the get-go and it doesn't take that long. So you'll be able to get all of your meats for your evolve, because you see a lot of Mammoth Bird. Just he's going straight for the spawn, and look, dead on a Mammoth Bird. So this is a well-practiced route. He'll be able to get that control and get his feeding done as quick as possible. So we see Banshee Mines and Vortex. So he'll be able to control them during the fight, which is nice. And again, going right on that Mammoth Bird, going to be able to eat that, get that done, and get his food ready to go.
So the Banshee Mines is a little bit unusual from what we saw from the Krakens last week, but it was pretty successful in the 2 or 3 games that we did see it. So do you think that they're going to be tending towards that a little bit more, or is that just a value pickup?
I think the pickups are going to be based on who they're playing against, and right now, as we know, with Source TV, or the Source of the Throws, as he likes to name himself this game, we see that he's, like, we all know that he's a very strong Kraken player. He doesn't play much G-Man, he doesn't play Wraith, and he plays very little Behemoth, if any at all. And I think this is just more so a comfort zone for Source being in a Kraken role, and this team is very well aware of that, and they picked accordingly. And they respected his ability and went straight for it. And we do see actually an early dome. He is ready to evolve. Instead of holding it, they're going to be doing some early applying the pressure. They're going to be looking for a fight here. We see a Hank right now is actually getting slapped in the face. The Harpoon's going to be coming in, connecting, slowing him down, trying to see what he can get. You see Source of Throws actually looks like he's targeting the medic. No, he's kind of dispersing the damage around a little bit, just trying to mitigate how much damage he takes during this dome. Oh, he found the support. He's going to be going for him, getting a swipe, going for the stealth bounce. Doesn't quite get it. Going to get it in the dodge. Going to be going for a Vortex. Does barely connect on the edge of it. Knocks him right into the ass. He gets a little bit of burn damage. Banshee Mine's coming out. Sits on top of the mine. Going to be taking that. Still has full half armor now, so he's still in good shape. We see him trying to get a little bit of snackage there during the middle of the dome. Hank can be able to apply that pressure. Going to be laser cutting off those tentacles, dealing more and more damage. So slowly melting through that armor. So once you get through that armor, they are on full health damage. So we'll have to see how they do. Vortex come in, just trying to keep him off his back. Just trying to mitigate as much damage as he can. His dome is actually almost getting ready to come down, and down it comes. And off goes the Source, and he's going to be looking for an evolve now because he knows they can't dome him now.
That went really well. Do you think maybe they should have held the dome a little bit longer?
Well, they can't hold it, right, because it's a timed event. So it wasn't them letting him out. It was just time, right? As he are harpooning him and keeping him under control. Dabo is actually really good with those harpoons and controlling exactly how far the monster can travel and timing those. He doesn't actually follow the reload. He holds back on it there for a second because most monster players will wait for that harpoon before blowing their traversal. We do see that he is actually going for underneath an aerial cover so he doesn't get hit with the Hank orbital, which is nice. So Hank can't drop the orbital on him from this point. They're going to be going right at him now, trying to get as much, cornering as they can. He's at 100 units away from them. They're going to try and get as much control. Medic is actually right on top getting those flaming grenades, which you don't really usually see Kyra dealing damage. But in this case, we obviously 3-point Aftershock, 1-point Banshee Mine, 2-point Vortex for a stage 2 death kill. So we see that, and we see he's going to be trying to deal as much damage and punish as much as possible once he builds up his armor. So he's going to be backing away, heading back towards the east, and he's going to try and get as much as he can for spacing. Griffin, though, is right on his tail, going to be slowing him down with those harpoons, just trying to keep him as close to the Hunter team as possible so we can't get full armor.
So you think he's just going to head back to that east, look for more mammoth birds, stay in that same position where he got caught the first time, and just try to do what he did?
Well, right here, if you just look at this screen, we see 5 meets right there. That's a half armor meter, almost full. So he's going to be in a good spot to fight, even in the next case. He's got a good amount of armor now, so he can actually sustain a bit of damage while dealing a ton of damage, and he should be able to pick off at least one in the next fight, get a strike. Because it's all about dealing those strikes and getting those trades. See, Dome is actually thrown. He's at 22 meters. Harpoon going in, going to be keeping in Source, unable to get away, gets stuck in the Dome, and he's going to be looking at another 2-meet snack before the Hunter team's able to initiate. Support's right on his back. He's going to be going right for the Trapper. He's going to be going Vortex. Aftershock going in, going to be dropping down shortly, and down goes and gets triple strike. Going in for the Aftershock, dealing him down, getting him to half HP. Shields coming in, just trying to mitigate as much as he can, but they all took so much damage from the Aftershock, and he gets slapped around by this Kraken. However, Source turns around and get that support off the cliffs, knocks him on the high ground, trying to make sure he can't shield everyone. Medic's healing up as much as he can, bringing up the Assault down to about half HP. Aftershock going in for the connection. Does it connect? Yes, it does. Almost bringing down the Assault to a death strike. And he's going right for the Medic. Going to be trying to get it. Medic at half health. Shields coming in, keeping him up. Unable to do so, runs to hide behind the mine. Unable to keep himself up there, though. Eating another Banshee Mine to the face. Looking at more. Shield coming in from the Hank. Going to be protecting him at about 20% of the Aftershock going in for the drop down and draws a connect. Yes, it does. Down goes the Medic. Medic at 1 strike now on the ground. Going to be feeling some hurt now with that. Assault right now is at 1% HP. If this Vortex connects, he's going to be down. But no, the shield pops. Going to be able to keep him up. We look right over and we see that they're trying to get as much damage as possible while the Medic's down. They're trying to revive him, but they're unable to do so because the Kraken comes in for the swipe. And Assault dodges and goes into the lava, just trying to keep himself up. Looks like he's running health regen to keep himself sustained. Going to be looking at about 1% HP, and one more auto attack should just put him around. Banshee Mine puts him down into the dirt. Medic looks like it's going to be a down and out. Cloak is actually in effect trying to get the pick off. It looks like they're going to get the pick off with just half a second remaining. Aftershock going in for the connection, chasing after the Trapper, unable to connect. Looking at about 20% HP after this Banshee Mine connection. Doesn't connect though, and he's going to be going straight up into the air at about half HP. And however, Source of Throws is at half as well. Going to be having to run after that initiation. Got 2 strikes though. 1 in the Medic, 1 on the Assault, and he looks like he got a good amount of damage in the others, which is going to put the Medic to work on the chase.
Not bad. You see those Banshee Mines paying off again. And I think he was actually the one person we saw taking them last week on the Kraken. And he really uses them to such effectiveness.
He's so good with those Banshee Mines. He's able to drill them and make sure he always connects. Like, he'll launch maybe 3 and he'll connect with 2 of them. So he has a good hit rate with them. Most monsters have trouble making sure they get that hit rate. Source is just the source of all pain with those Banshee Mines.
Oh yeah, and that's just practice. You can tell that he plays this monster so much. Yeah.
Well, he does have the voodoo skin on, so you know, maybe he's got some black magic going on.
Could be. Do you think he sacrifices a goat before every series?
I'm thinking maybe a sheep or some kind of cow. Oh, going in for the engage, and the Aftershock comes in, does connect on the Medic. Medic brought down to about half, going to be able to block away. Assault forced to put a shield up because he is out of position from getting Hank protection. Banshee Mine's going in to stop the team from being able to help. He's going to be looking to engage on the Assault because the shield's down, gets the stealth pounce, unable to keep it down though because he takes a little bit of damage. Looking at about 20% HP. Assault's got to dodge this, and oh, the shield comes out from the Hank. Going to be doing that, and we see more and more hits coming out from the Kraken. Dealing as much as he can. Oh, the Trapper's so low. He's going to be able to get it. Shield coming out from the support. Going to be looking at him, but it does reveal where the support is. Support putting the shield on him and sacrificing his own health, making sure he took the Aftershock, but the Dome stayed up. We're looking at a Kraken that's punishing super heavy right now. Going to be going for the Medic. Medic's down on the ground as well. That's a second strike. We're looking at a down Assault, and we see a down Trapper. It's only the Assault left right now. Assault's going to be running as far as he can. I'm going to get those stealth pads, goes in. Doesn't get the connection, though. Banshee Mine's getting launched to try and keep him up in the air. Vortex coming in, shield coming out. Aftershock going for the connection. Shield's on, though, and going to be tanking that with the shield. Going to be chasing around this Assault, and he's going to be trying to get as much damage as he can. Banshee Mine going off for the chase, and down goes the Assault. Assault is dead. Kill confirmed. Monster wins game number 1.
Well done. Source TV just showing why he's such a good monster. Why why Ninja Penguins do so well consistently. He's always in the right place, and he always knows when to engage, even with these domes up.
Our support system.
Yeah, well, he does do exceptionally well with the Kraken. And as you can see, if you look at the damage, we can see that it was very little damage on the first dome. You got a little bit of health damage off, not that much, and then we just see the health plummet during that stage 2 engage when he had almost full armor. However, they did see the health on the Hunters as well plummet during that engage on both the Assault and the Medic. So either way, it was a good trade on both sides. It's just both sides were very punishing, getting rocked with that, and he's just so much damage getting pumped out. And his play of the Kraken is definitely masterful, and we were able to see it that game.
Oh, yeah.
So well played. But on that note, guys, we're going to do a quick fade in, fade out, just for editing. That way we can keep this thing going and keep everything set and clear and concise for the VODs. We'll be back in just a moment, and we'll be able to review everything else and continue discussion with the post-game discussion while the next lobby is being set up.